Good morning, students. It's your RR. Today, in this session, we are going to see the introduction part as well as the outline of the story, The Razor's Edge. Actually, I told you in this, the author himself plays a minor character, and who is the narrator, and who is narrating the story through the eyes of the uh, himself. He is saying what and all happening in Laurie's life, in Laurie's both spiritual and literal journey. Okay, so he too is playing a minor character in this uh, story. So through the eyes of the narrator, uh, who is a minor character in this play, we are following Laurie's both spiritual and literal journey. During one of his rare visits to Chicago, that is Laurie's visits to Chicago, Elliot Templeton, an art dealer and the biggest snob in Paris, invites his old acquaintances, old friends, the narrator, to a lunch at his sister's house. So here the narrator, who is the our author, is coming to his this Elliot Templeton's home. There he meets Laurie, a young man who immediately catches his interest. A veteran with good connections and a sharp mind, he could easily go into business and start making big money just like his friends. To Isabel's dismay, he turns down one good opportunity after another. So, in an attempt to clarify what his plans are, she asks him directly. So, actually, Isabel, she wants to marry this fellow Laurie. So, she wants to know about his future plan. How will he make money, etc., etc. How he will come to one settlement in life. How he settles down his life in this way. She will be asking. Laurie's intention is to go to Paris and try to gain needed knowledge. So he and Isabel decide to marry later. This is what his plan, he says. Almost 2 years after, Isabel breaks off the engagement and marries Gray, another fellow who has an appropriate social position and money. So this is what happened between this Laurie and then Isabel. So he breaks up the old engagement with Laurie. Again, she marries Gray, another person. Elliot and Isabel's mother are ecstatic for Gray is everything that they wanted to see in Isabel's husband. So this is what Isabel's parents' decision. So that they decided they wanted to see in Isabel's husband whatever the life's ecstatic means, highest status, etc., etc., luxurious life. These things and all they wants to see through Isabel's husband. So that only uh, they accept the another person as their son-in-law. Soon enough, the young pair becomes parents. Unlike his friends, who almost all settled down, Laurie travels. Almost 10 years passes before they all meet again. Now the old friends, including Laurie, they are meeting after 10 years. The narrator sits in a cafe when a strange-looking man comes to greet him. Trying to get rid of a beggar, the narrator starts feeling annoyed. He is taken aback when he understands that it is Laurie. He informs Isabel, who with her Gray and children lives in Elliot's flat in Paris. After Laurie's return, her old feelings are rekindled. Tormented with migraines and a lack of self-confidence, Gray has a hard time. It is not wonder, for his family business is destroyed with the economic decline. To everyone's surprise, Laurie cues him. Here we are seeing the real character of Laurie, who is curing from his intention, from his stress, everything. He is cures this fellow, Gray. Laurie is helping Gray. Later on, they meet Sophie, their old childhood friend. Trying to blank the death of her husband and child out, she becomes alcohol and opium addicted. Another character, Sophie, who is addicted to opium because of the death of her husband and child. Soon, Laurie announces that he and poor Sophie are going to marry. So now, Laurie announces his decision that he wants to marry this poor Sophie. Being aware of Sophie's struggles to return to a normal life, Isabel plays a dirty trick on her, leaving her alone with a bottle of alcohol. She drinks it all and runs away from Laurie and his sanity. So this is what happened to Sophie. Already she is addicted to alcohol. Now she drinks that bottle which is left by trickery by this girl Isabel, so that Sophie drinks that alcohol and runs away from Laurie. At the same time, Elliot's health declines. Now, Elliot Templeton's health declines. He used to be in the center of events, but now he is left alone. You please go through the character sketch of Elliot's for this events, what and all happening in his life, in the later period of his life. He dies and leaves a part of his fortune to Isabel, which allows her and Gray to start everything anew. Sophie is found dead and the narrator pays for her funeral. Laurie decides that it is time to return back home. In this way, the story ends, the novel ends. So this is just the outline sketch of the story. You please hear this audio once again so that you will be getting one idea. And even Elliot's, even though this character Elliot Templeton plays the main role here, you should see the another side of Isabel also here. And one more thing, Laurie's expectation towards knowledge, whether he has become satisfied with the knowledge he has gained so far, and then whether he had achieved his dream or not. For all these questions, we'll be getting some answers. And then even his decision